French toast casserole just got out of the oven, still rather warm. There we go, that's our final product right there. Similar to last week, our third and final meal is gonna be our easiest meal prep. What's going on, everybody? It's Jack. Welcome back to this week's video. Hope you're having a fantastic day whenever you're watching this. I am back with another meal prep video. We have 3 meals in total today, a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Starting off with our breakfast, we're gonna be making our blueberry French toast casserole, but just on a bigger scale. So we're using an entire loaf of bread, a dozen eggs, half a carton of egg whites, some protein powder, got some vanilla extract, cinnamon, blueberries, all that good stuff. First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and read off the total ingredients. So we've got 1 loaf of bread, and this should come out to be about 570 grams. We're gonna use 460 grams of egg whites, or half of this carton, 10 servings of egg whites. We're using a dozen eggs, all 12 here. We're using 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract, and then cinnamon, probably about a tablespoon, but this is just, we're gonna do it by eye. Couple crunches of salt, nothing crazy, maybe a teaspoon there, and that could have been really bad. Then we've got our Legion protein. We're gonna be using 1 scoop of this. This is the cinnamon cereal, tastes just like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, so it would add to the French toast casserole portion of it. And then last thing we've got is 175 grams of blueberries. You could really use any fruit you want. I've been using blueberries, apples. I used bananas the other day, kind of like a banana muffin type thing. And then I know a lot of people have also used peach before. So without further ado, let's get started. Basically, all you need is a giant tin. I'm gonna spray this with some olive oil spray, lay our bread in, and then once we have our egg mixture with all of our other ingredients, we'll kind of just pour that on top, add the blueberries, and then we'll have our casserole. Another thing to note, our oven is preheating at 450 degrees, so do that before you do all this stuff so the oven is preheated when you're done. As you just saw me, I ripped up the bread into smaller pieces, like quarter size instead of full slices. Kind of pat it down, spread it out, get a nice full coverage of the tray, and now we'll add our egg mixture. Once our egg mixture is on there, we'll kind of mix it up. Just make sure our bread actually soaks up all those eggs, egg whites, protein powder, all that good stuff before we throw it into the oven. And the last step is adding our blueberries. We'll just put those right on top. And just like that, we have our French toast casserole ready to go in the oven. Like I said, this will go in the preheated oven of 450 degrees. This will probably take 30 minutes, give or take 5 to 10. If you have a dish that's a little bit wider, so the casserole is thinner and more spread out, probably won't take you 30 minutes. If you have a casserole dish that's a little taller, so the casserole's a little thicker, maybe 35, 40. But I know this is a half hour, so we'll go ahead and toss that in real quick. Our French toast casserole just got out of the oven, still rather warm, but 30 minutes was just about perfect. Quickly, I'll go over the total macros for the entire meal, as well as how I'm gonna portion it up into 5 servings, as well as the total cost of everything. So to start off, for the entire casserole, it is 2,450 calories, 289 grams of carbs, 65 grams of fat, and 195 grams of protein. If I break it down into 4 servings like I plan to do, it is 490 calories per serving, 58 grams of carbs, 13 grams of fat, and 39 grams of protein. The total cost for this, the bread, eggs, egg whites, vanilla extract, protein powder, cinnamon, salt, everything like that, it came out to be $11.12 to make the entire casserole. Divided by 5 comes out to be $2.22 per serving. One thing I will note is that the salt, cinnamon, and vanilla extract are kind of just guesses. I'm not exactly sure how much everything costs since we already had it in the kitchen, but I estimate it to be like $1 for that entire thing of seasoning, salt, cinnamon, and vanilla extract. Outside of that, super simple. I don't want to touch it, otherwise I'm gonna burn my hands off. Also, I recommend eating this with some sort of topping. If you just want to use sugar-free syrup, Greek yogurt, or a mix of the two, if you combine a little bit of Greek yogurt and a little bit of syrup, it actually makes like a cool protein frosting that tastes really good. But right there is our French toast casserole. That's gonna be our breakfast for the next couple days, and I'll see you guys at meal number 2. The second meal we're gonna be meal prepping is chicken fajita bowls. So we've got some rice here for the base, black beans, 2 pounds of chicken breast right here. These are fajita mixes. They have red and green bell peppers as well as some onions. We've got 2 of these. We've got some of our Mexican style reduced fat shredded cheese. It is always my go-to. And then a whole bunch of seasonings and spices as well as some olive oil over here. First thing we're gonna do is go ahead and make our seasoning mixture. This is gonna be a 1/4 cup of olive oil as well as a tablespoon of our chili powder, and then 1 teaspoon of each of these, as well as some salt and pepper I need to grab real quick. Typically, I don't really measure out the seasonings besides the olive oil, but today, since we're doing a meal prep video, we're gonna measure it all out. I'll read off the ingredients real quick just before I forget. So we'll have 2 pounds of our chicken breast. We're gonna do 5 cups, each one of these is 2.5 cups of our pepper and onion mixture. We're gonna do 1 can of our beans. This comes out to be 130 grams per serving. An entire can is 455 grams. We're gonna be using an entire box of this minute ready rice. It is gonna be 4 cups dried before we cook it. We're gonna do an entire package of our reduced fat shredded cheese, which comes out to be 224 grams. And then like I said, we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of olive oil as well as a mixture of our seasonings. We're gonna do 1 tablespoon of our chili powder, and then 1 teaspoon of our garlic powder, cumin and oregano, and then salt and pepper just to taste. We'll make our olive oil seasoning mixture first, cut up our chicken, and then we're gonna mix in our chicken and our veggies in the olive oil mixture, put that in the oven, cook our rice, and then create our bowls. Now we've got our 2 pounds of chicken cut up. We're gonna go ahead and mix that into our olive oil and spices, and whatever is left over, then we'll use for the vegetables. So take our 2 pounds, I cut it to like an inch and 1/4 pieces of chicken, just so it cooks a little bit better. And we'll put all the chicken and vegetables on this pan that we coated with a little bit of aluminum foil. There we have it. Our chicken and veggies are ready for the oven. They're gonna go in the oven at 425 degrees for about 25 minutes. Halfway, the 10 to 15 minute mark, go ahead, stir it around, flip your chicken, mix up the vegetables, and let it cook the rest of the time. So these are gonna go away, and we'll see them in 25 minutes. Our chicken and veggies are done. Our rice is cooked. Now it's time to assemble our bowls. I will be making 5 servings. So we've got 5 containers right here. At this point, I'm just eyeballing everything. I'm not gonna actually measure out exactly how much rice, chicken, and veggies get into each bowl, because I know when I eat all 5 of these, the total calories I consumed, macros, are all gonna be the same at the end of the week. So not a huge deal. Just gonna eyeball it, make sure it's about the same. So we've got 5 bowls right here. First things we're gonna do, add the rice, our chicken, veggies, and then top it with our beans and cheese at the very end. Also, 100% you can add salsa if you want. I'm gonna wait to add the salsa until I actually eat each meal, but you could add it at this point as well. There we go, that's our final product right there. Give you guys a closer look. And I'll go ahead and read off the macros for this entire meal and then divide it up into 5 portions like we have it here. For the entire meal, it is 3,950 calories, 400 grams of carbs, 104 grams of fat, and 317 grams of protein. At 5 servings, it comes out to be 790 calories per serving, 80 grams of carbs, 21 grams of fat, and 63 grams of protein, as well as the total cost for everything you saw here: the 2 pounds of chicken breast, the pepper onion mix, olive oil, beans, white rice, Mexican style cheese, as well as the seasonings, which I once again guess were about maybe $1 for all seasonings and olive oil. That comes out to be $14.64. Once again, divided by 5, it comes out to be $2.93 per meal. I think that's fantastic. All 3 meals today will be under $3, which is pretty cool. I like to think if you can make it on a budget and also taste good, it's just a win-win. Obviously, if you have more money to spend, go ahead and spend it, but everything's on budget today. And our last, third and final meal, we're gonna do some chicken Alfredo pasta. So I'll see you guys then. Similar to last week, our third and final meal is gonna be our easiest meal prep. It's simply a box of pasta. Here we have some protein penne pasta, and then we're gonna do some Alfredo sauce. This is super simple Kroger, just traditional Alfredo. And then we're gonna add our protein of choice. We're gonna do some chicken thighs I have right here, 2 pounds. Super simple, cook our pasta, air fry our chicken, and just assemble the meal. Nothing complicated about it. I'll go ahead and cook the pasta, air fry the chicken, and see you guys at the assembly. The time has come to assemble meal number 3. We've got our chicken thighs cooked up here, our pasta, and of course our Alfredo sauce. Once again, we're using the eyeball method. Just gonna distribute the ingredients we have within these 5 containers. Once again, the number of calories we consume at the end of the week can be the same, even if day to day they're slightly different. And there we have it, our chicken Alfredo pasta meals. Once again, I'll read off the total calories and macros for this entire thing. It's 3,020 calories, 294 grams of carbs, 106 grams of fat, and 253 grams of protein. That comes out for 5 servings to be 604 calories per serving, 59 grams of carbs, 21 grams of fat, and 51 grams of protein. Total cost as well for the 3 things, chicken thighs, protein penne pasta, and the Alfredo sauce, comes out to be $10.86, which is $2.17 per meal. Once again, under the $3 mark, almost at $2, still getting 51 grams of protein per meal. And I'm actually so excited to eat this later on today or tonight and the rest of the week. Otherwise, on the video here, drop any questions down in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer those. Also, if you guys have any meal prep ideas you want me to try out or want my take on, leave those down there as well. Otherwise, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.